I lived in a bungalow in Thailand for a few months. It was right on the beach and had other bungalows close by, so it frequently had people coming and going. I was lounging in my hammock on the deck one night watching the shoreline when I saw a white silhouette walking down the beach, like someone illuminated in really poor lighting. I couldn't make out any features like a face or the border between clothing and skin, and I didn't think much of it because of the poor lighting. But I also noticed that they were walking very strangely. A perfect posture and legs revolving, almost as if they were on a unicycle. They also didn't have any arms swaying with their walk. So at this point, I started to pay extra close attention because I was working on a short horror story and wanted to save this as inspiration. Just as I was trying to describe the person to myself, they wandered behind a palm tree. Now, palm trees are thin, really thin, and we all know this. So I watched the palm tree, waiting for them to emerge on the other side and continue my thought process. After a couple of seconds went by, I figured they were going really, really slowly. Maybe they just lay down on the beach. I never once took my eyes off the palm behind which they had disappeared, because by all rights, someone should have come out on the other side. Before I went to bed, I walked down to the beach and there was nothing there. Nobody up or down the beach, nobody lying down, nobody around. From the angle that I had been watching in my hammock, the only way for someone to disappear like that would have been if they would have known I had been watching, and for them to quickly army crawl away with extreme care and precision. I never fully decided on what I saw. I just tell myself I saw a thing. When I was 11 years old, I lived in a one-bedroom apartment with my mother. We were very poor, and the bedroom had double sliding glass doors that led out to the balcony. We lived on the 3rd floor for safety and for the cheaper rent it offered. My mother often stayed in the living room until late in the evening because she liked watching TV before bed, and I preferred quiet. One night I was up in the top bunk of our bunk bed, and my mum came into the room and called my name quietly. I'm a light sleeper, so I woke up right away. She said there was someone on the back porch and not to move. She was standing just outside the doorway to the room and had stopped entering when she saw the shadow of someone behind the blinds cover the glass door. The type of blinds that are flat when closed, but with the light around the complex, you could see the shadow through them. I just remember being shocked that someone could get up onto a 3rd floor balcony. Then he started to knock, really slowly. That's when I got scared. My mum went to the kitchen and called 911. I stayed as still as I could, hoping he would just go away. It couldn't have been more than 3 minutes, but the next time I opened my eyes, he was gone. When the police arrived about 3 minutes after that, they looked all over the complex, but could find no sign of him. When one of the officers went to our balcony, there was no indication as to how he had gotten up to the 3rd floor, but there were 2 very evident palm prints where he leaned against the glass door for God knows how long before my mum walked in. it never happened to us again. And I hope it didn't happen to anyone else either.
I am a 21 years old male living in Mania, and this story happened when I was about 13. Me and my family got ready to sleep, and for some reason I had to sleep in my parents' room. After a few hours of sleeping, I woke up by the sound of a phone. My father picked up and it was his brother, who told him that the father had an infraction in the morning. By that time, one of my uncle had seen his parents for a pretty long time. We would call him Lucas. 3 of my uncles were already at the hospital except my uncle Lucas. By the time he got here, my grandfather already passed away. Fast forward 3 days. Everyone from the family were at the country where my grandparents live. It is a pretty small village with about 2 million people. They were preparing the tables and food for people who knew my grandfather to come. I guess it is called alms in English. After a while, my Uncle Lucas got a phone call. Hello? Nothing on the other end, just some random noise. Then he asked,
Is someone in the house?
I went to check and there was no one. My guess is that it was my grandfather who missed him and wanted to talk to him one last time. However, this is not where the story ends. In the same day, my mom was working a lot and she got tired. She went in the house to relax for a few minutes. Then she suddenly felt like she was strangled by someone, but no one was there. She started suffocating when my aunt, Lucas' wife, came in and asked my mom, "What's wrong?" And the strangling stopped. She think it was my grandfather and he strangled her because she stopped looking at his arms.
Hey guys, it's Mort here and thank you so much for listening. I know a bunch of you wanted longer videos, but I'm also trying to release content more frequently, so you should expect something a bit longer very soon. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video, eh? And whilst you're button smashing, why not click that subscribe button to be even more awesome? Go on guys. Also, special thanks to Dark World for their narration today. If you want to check him out, you can find a link to his channel on screen now. Finally though, I want to say thank you to all you guys. We just hit 950 subs, which is only 50 away from 1000. And I'm super excited about hitting that milestone. So thank you all. And in case you missed them, here are some links to my other videos. So if you guys haven't seen one, be sure to check it out, as you won't want to miss it. But anyway, for now guys, I'm going to sign off. Stay awesome, and I'll see you at 1000.